to the Indie Wrestling Guy with your hosts, the Hall of Fame referee, JHawk, the not-so-mysterious benefactor, JGold, and the legendary Charly Butters.
It's the hog finale, baby. It's the end of season 10.
The Grand Hog.
It's beginning to look a lot like fuck this.
Well, listen, it's been a very long year. So we have had our ups and downs, and we are here at the Hogs. I am outside currently at the step and repeat of the IW Guide with all the stars that are all out. All the indie stars have joined us. On the
carpet made of bacon, it's not red, it's just bacon.
Just bacon fat, right? Yeah. Uncooked bacon, yes.
Uncooked bacon.
That's what everybody wants right about now, uncooked bacon. But
some of these stars are so hot, it's just cooking under their feet.
Cooking. It is cooking, and there's some really great stars here. I think I saw AIW announcer Nathan Zegura go by. You never know who you're going to see here in the IW Guide green room. And it's been a very long year and a very interesting year. We've done a lot of great interviews, and I am super pumped for the Hogs today. Super pumped.
I put Ed in charge of the green room, but I haven't seen him whatsoever. I don't know if he forgot about it and just he's somewhere with his cats and dog and enjoying something weird on YouTube.
I would assume it is that. That sounds like the answer to me. Yes.
He did have a toy CD delivered to him, but I had to sign off on that. But we have Ed Mukic. He got that far.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that's good. This is another year we've asked Ed, and Ed cannot hang out. So it is what it is.
Did you ask him? I didn't ask him.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just using it as a jumping off point, as we do.
Well, yeah, we're like less than a week from Christmas when this comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys get all your Christmas shopping done yet?
Most of it.
JHawk, let me ask you. You have as a dad who has a daughter as well. I was in Sephora the other day, and I just want to shoot myself. And when I'm in there, and I really wanted to feel more like Clark Griswold during Christmas Vacation, like looking at. But there is really no chance to be a man and go into Sephora and not look like a fucking creep. So I have to buy Harper all this lip balm and this fucking skin. If I hear the word skincare anymore, she's 9 years old. We don't need fucking skincare. But that was I did some of my early Hanukkah shopping for Harper. And we're going to go to a couple of bad wrestling matches next week. And
Josh just wanders around Sephora with a boner while he's wearing fucking sweatpants.
It's a gray sweatpants battle
royal. He goes up to women. He's just like, hey, can you tell me what color this is? And he's fucking holds it down by his boner to see if they'll notice.
It's a gray sweatpant battle royal every day in there. And yeah, it is. I don't know, JHawk, have you had to do any of that or no?
Luckily, my 18-year-old is not a makeup person. And my 21-year-old, my wife does all that. So I've not had to do the Sephora trip, thank God. But
yeah, it is not fun, my friend. It is not fun.
I don't know the first thing about any of that shit. I'm going to be like, what is an 18-year-old girl like? I don't fucking know.
I have a list. I just show the lady. I go, here, like a fucking Neanderthal. I'm like, what's this? And I show her the list, and she was like, come along, stupid. And that is how that works. But
that's the way it should be. I need this here. This is what she asked for. Give me this.
Fix this. Yes. Put it in a bag and let me leave, please. Yeah. So that's the extent of my shopping, Butters. You doing any shopping? You got things going on at the shop?
I ordered stuff for my aunt through eBay because it's the only way you can find this because it's like knockoff bootleg merch that she wants. It's like these covers for her car seats that have Chucky on them because she loves Chucky. My cousin, my older cousin that's older than me by a year wants this Dungeons and Dragons statue and this fantasy novel. And then my cousin that's like a couple years younger than me had like all these tools and stuff on his Amazon list, but I got him this toolbox that he wanted, and then his girlfriend or fiance or whatever, I'm going to get her something. I don't know yet. I still have to get gift cards for the other side of the family, and I have to go to Best Buy and pick up a new cell phone for my grandma because she's got this Jitterbug flip phone. It's it's Lively now, but it's they call it's still the Jitterbug bullshit company.
Jitterbug. That's right.
But they have like a cheap like smartphone style that's $50 that has like each of the things on the screen, so she can just press the screen and touch screen everything instead of try to do buttons, because she's having a hard time with buttons now, like on the phone. And so I'm like, well, if you're going to try to call 911, we should get you a touch screen. So,
well, yeah, I'm doing a little bit of holiday feeling on Friday. My wife and I are going to see Seinfeld in the city. So we'll spend the night. Yeah, we'll spend the day getting dinner, and then we'll walk over and check out Seinfeld at the Beacon Theater.
Is it just like Jerry doing stand up, or is it like
he does,
a thing with like the cast? No,
he does stand. It's his stand up. He has a residency at the Beacon Theater, so he added 2 shows. So for my wife's birthday this year, I got her the tickets like 2.5 months ago. So I was like, all right, we gotta go. So
go over there and listen to the classics. Like, what's the deal with airplane stewardesses?
I hope he does at least some of that. But the last time I saw him at the Borgata, this was like 2012. He was fucking hilarious. So I am hopeful that he still got it. And like his opening act is always somebody from the area. So sometimes it's Colin Quinn, and I love Colin Quinn. So maybe we'll see that.
I've seen Colin Quinn stand up in person before.
He was here actually in my town. He did it at like our small theater too, and he's just a genius. So it might be him. You never know. It could be Mark Normand. He does stuff for him. So we'll see what's going on. But that is the extent of my holiday-y stuff until next week, when I'm going to Monday Night Championship Entertainment Productions presents Toy Drives and Pile Drivers, a must-see family-friendly event, Monday, December 23rd at the Factory in Freeport, Long Island. So if anybody wants to find me, I'm going with Struggles and with Matt Fish and with Andrew and could possibly Jack Solomon. So we're all going to be there doing our thing.
Driving kids and to toy baskets.
Right. I got it mistaken. I thought I was supposed to pile drive the kids and give the wrestlers the toys. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on.
So I did treat myself to something from the store this week for Christmas.
What is it? By
the way, we got in yesterday the reissue of the real Ghostbusters, the original 4 Ghostbusters, plus Slimer and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Nice.
So I bought all those mint on card. Egon? Yep, mint on card.
Oh, the whole set.
Yep, the whole set. It was like with my discount, it was like $75. So
not bad at all.
I'm like literally missing 2 of them that they re-released. So I'm like, these are good for now. These are all the ones I wanted. I got Slimer, I got the Stay Puft, and I got the 4 characters. Maybe I'll get the Ecto one, and that'll cap it off.
Wait a minute. These are re-releases. They're not the actual ones.
No,
okay.
the real issue are pretty pricey. They're about $100 a pop if I was going to get them.
Okay.
Mint on card, but if they're loose, they're probably a little bit better. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. You were talking about comedians, and I was supposed to go see Casey Rocket on Sunday. Unfortunately, because my grandma's in the hospital, I had to pass on doing that, so I'm kind of bummed. But
who's Casey Rocket? I don't think I know who that is.
He is from Kill Tony. He's one of the guys that's been on Kill Tony. But I did find out there's like 3 people from Kill Tony that are going to be at my local comedy place. Like literally, there's a new Funny Bone in Niles, like not even a minute from my work, that is going to have like 3 Kill Tony people there pretty soon. So I might go to that. So.
Oh, very cool.
It's that one young kid that looks like he's like a child, but he's actually in his 20s. That's really funny. Him and a couple other guys. No, fuck that guy.
Dude, we just had Jim Jeffries when I was here for when I was with you guys for Hell on Earth. Jim Jeffries was in Long Island. I was supposed to go to that, but he moved it from July to November, so I couldn't go. But I heard like 40 people walked out. Jim Jeffries is the best. So we missed on that, but
I'm not a big fan. Let's do shout outs.
Pitch posh. Yes.
Shout outs. Zach, Andrew, and of course, Peppermint Patty.
Hey, happy holidays, Patty. Since I won't talk to you, but happy holidays.
She's been talking to me all this weekend since my grandma's been in the hospital, helping me understand things. So
That's good.
it's been nice. I do want to give a special shout out too, since this is the year end episode, the season finale of season 10. I want to give a special thanks to all the IW Guide wrestlers. Yes, we actually have IW Guide wrestlers that we've booked this year. So special thanks to Derek Dillinger, Mikey Montgomery, Big Man Sid and his dick arms, Ryan Zane, Zay Garcia, and of course Shelby Wilder. Thank you guys for everything you've done for us. Hopefully we are looking forward to working with you all again in 2025. So
yeah, they get very they've been very more than accommodating with their time, and more than willing to, you know, do some fun stuff with us. And fuck yeah, these guys are awesome.
Yeah, it's our version of wrestling is not super serious, but it's super fun. So it's I'm glad everybody's along for the ride with us.
Dude, and thanks to the companies that allowed us to do that, to Neo Pro, to 880.
Thanks to Danny and Jason and everybody in Neo Pro, and thanks to the big man himself, MV Young, and Toddy Tondera at 880 Wrestling for letting us crown our first ever champion there and being a part of the family. It means a lot.
Fuck yeah.
If I sent Christmas cards, I'd send you a Christmas card. How about that? That's big, because I don't believe in that stuff, but I would totally
if I had your numbers, I'd call you often, and we'd
I would drunk dial you at 2 a.m. and tell you how much I love you.
Right.
But I don't have your numbers, so let's fix that next year so I can drunk dial you.
Right.
What's on this weekend?
All right. I think if you're an independent wrestling show and the name of your show is not Geek and Beating, I like every show I found, Geek and Beating. Geek and Beating, I will focus on it coming from Future Stars of Wrestling. It'll be this Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern from Las Vegas, Nevada. Danny Limelight against Watson for the FSW Heavyweight Championship. The WWE ID Showcase match, Ike Williams against Jack Cartwheel. Billionaire Boys Club against Mariachi Montana. Six-person tag, Matt Vandegrift, Bodie Young Prodigy, Dante King, and Bryce Kyler and Evan Daniel and Damian Desire. Plus, Women's Champion Alex Blair, Tag Team Champions Makeshift Chemistry, Chipsky Mack, Guy Higg, Light Camera Faction, and more. That's Saturday, 10 p.m. Future Star for Wrestling. That'll air on Triller.
Speaking of every show being named Season Speedings, it must be in Danhausen's contract that if he's on a show, the show has to have the name Very Nice, Very Evil, or something tied around Danhausen being there, because damn near, I swear there was like at one point there was like 3 or 4 shows that all had the name Very Nice, Very Evil was the name of the show, and it featured Danhausen, and I'm just like, you bunch of unoriginal motherfuckers.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's what they do, you know.
Unless it's tied to his contract and they get like a discount for naming the show after him, then I can understand. And coming soon to you, IW Guide, Very Nice, Very Evil. We'll join the bandwagon for it.
I have one question. Does it make me a bad person if I say, Dan, I want a little refresh Danhausen in the new year? I want to see if he can add something to the character, just something a little different.
Everybody needs a little refresh here and there. Yeah. The master of reinvention's Jericho, so I mean, I don't see why Danhausen couldn't get on board and come up with something different, new, and fresh.
He can be like the Painmaker or something like that. And I heard that's a cool gimmick. All right, over on the IWTV side, I think I have the best show of the weekend. Freelance Wrestling presents Prelude, okay, and that is at 9 o'clock on Saturday night. Zolk Farr versus Darren Corbin versus RJ Sawa versus CJ Martin versus Reagan Lytle versus Trent Wrigley, Alfonso Gonzalez versus Santana Jackson, GPA and Laney Luck, and Eye Candy Elliott versus Davey Bang, August Matthews, and Devin Monroe, Trevor Outlaw versus Shazza McKenzie, Cody Hernandez versus Chavo Guerrero Jr., the Freelance Tag Team Championship, the Syndicate versus Dan the Dad and Cody Lane. Ed, are you watching Dan the Dad? And Freelance Wrestling World Championship, Kylie Ray, the champion, versus, I believe she's released from TNA, Giselle Shaw, or her contract was up. So they got some big names on this show, and it's a packed card. It's like they tried to cram as many people as they could onto one show. So watch
JGold,
that.
the only reason it's the card of the weekend is because I'm not booking a card this weekend.
Aha. Listen, I'm you and the other promoters can fight that one out. But yeah. So that's what we got, people. That's what we're looking for. And if you have any questions, next week there is nothing on Christmas Day.
Dude, the collective eye rolls that just happened in my head of people that I know listen that definitely eye rolled at that. So fucking many. I love it so much.
Lots and lots.
Yeah, I'm going to throw one more show in here just because we're taking some time off the holiday here. Beyond Wrestling is doing their annual New Year's Eve show, Heavy Life Crown, 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve.
I like that.
And they usually try to time it to where their main event goes on right at midnight. And that lineup is as follows: the IWTV Independent Wrestling World Championship. Fans bring the weapon. Rule defending against Marcus Mather. Got Becca against Anthony Green. TPA against Ben Bishop. And Nick Gage against Drew Gulak, among others.
Are we supporting Beyond? I thought they had that transphobe camera guy, and did that ever get solved?
I don't think that ever got solved, and I normally would not advertise Beyond, but just with the nature of that going to be the first match of 2025, I figure I'd make the exception this one time for that. But some people do care about that kind of thing.
As long as Feinstein ain't booking, I think we're all right, I guess.
Yeah, and
still don't agree with that guy keeping his job, by the way, but we'll give you a pass for right now, which I'd probably get shit for, but
I mean,
it's the wrestling business.
I mean, I'm probably going to get shit for mentioning Drew Gulak on a show too, but he can get Nick Gage. Nick Gage will fuck him up. So.
Yeah, and Drew Gulak also retweeted us once, right after he had all his issues. So that's fun. So don't know what we did to deserve that one.
I got no issues.
It's a tumultuous year for us this year, man. We're just I guess any PR is good PR, but we've had a lot of bad PR this year.
We've had a lot of PR. We're not going to call it good or bad. We've had a lot of PR, and it is what it is. But you know what? Everybody, we're cool. We do our thing.
All right. Weekly reminders too. 880 Wrestling, Thursday night fights, 8 p.m. on YouTube, indiewrestling.us. Last week, we saw Mikey Montgomery and Reese Hayes go at it, and there was no winner, but we are going to get a triple threat out of it. So the three of them are going to face each other. That also includes Nick's Wild is going to be included in that for the TNF Championship at their December 880 Wrestling. Brandon St. James Unholy Holiday 2. Lots of great stuff on there. The Den of Desire are the new tag champs. I'm sure they'll be defending the belts. Tatiana will be in action. MV Young will be in action. Nick's Wild will be defending his title in a triple threat against Reese Hayes and our champion, Mikey Montgomery. Got to see our buddy and our commentator, Toddy Tondera, lay down the law last week on Thursday Night Fights. Also, did you notice that a couple of our friends from AIW were at 880 last week? Zay Garcia wrestled for the 880 title.
Nice.
And Members Only came out with their manager, everyone's favorite hustler, Nipsey Nash. So they all were down there, and some comments were made, and now there's talk of maybe a 6-man tag happening down there between Bax and those guys. And I was like, geez, guys, I know you want to wrestle, but come on. Also, future dates you need to know: AIW Terror at the Tadmore, December 28th, next Saturday, Akron, Ohio. Tickets on sale now. Enjoy Get Warmer, December 28th as well in Pittsburgh, PA. Get your tickets now. We will be at some of those shows. We will be watching some of those shows. Will we review them on this podcast? Nobody knows.
Probably. We'll check it out.
And now, it's time.
It's time
for the Respectful Hogs.
Give me them hogs, baby. That's about right.
So what do we want to start with?
Well, I mean, these are the most prestigious awards in all of wrestling, independent wrestling podcasting. So you can't go wrong with whatever you start with.
Well, all right. Let's start with Commentator of the Year. The 4 options this year were Toddy Tondera, Joe Sposto, Matt Wadsworth, and Dustin Alberti. And your winner, with 46.6% of the vote, Toddy Tondera.
Wow, Toddy. Look at that. Independent legend, Toddy Tondera.
Matt Wadsworth was a distant second. Everybody else kind of fell behind that. So
Wadsworth, I love you, buddy. But the voters make their decisions.
Wadsworth, very worthy contender. If it wasn't Toddy, I wanted it to be Wadsworth. So I'm very happy with the results there.
Yep.
All
Dustin,
right.
I love you though, Dustin. But this is your first year. This is your first year getting involved. And sometimes you gotta take the lumps before you get the award. So good on you though for getting nominated this year.
All right. Up next, interview of the year. There were 3 people in this category: The Den of Desire, Pedro DeLuca, and The Struggles.
Oh shit.
And your winner with 48.9% of the vote, Mr. Pedro DeLuca.
Hey, Pedro winning awards left and right.
Yeah, I cannot say that result surprised me, but there were so many good interviews this year.
Yes.
We did. If you go back and look at how many interviews we did, I cannot believe how many interviews we did and how many great people we had to talk to and who gave us their time and their energy on a Monday night. And Pedro, good for you, man. Strugs and Den of Desire, you guys are awesome, and we really appreciate it. So that's great. Good stuff, Pedro.
Yeah, you want to know how strong the interviews were this year? We had Nathan Zegura on the show. He didn't get nominated. We had Kristen Ashley on the show from PWI. She didn't get nominated. Just so many great interviews.
Yeah. I'll tell you, my favorite interview of the year was Nathan Zegura and probably Struggles. Those two both were
Close
right
to
up
your
there.
heart.
Yeah. But honestly, you can't go wrong with any of the selections.
All right. Up next, referee of the year. I don't know how you really choose who's the referee of the year, but apparently our fans chose these as the top 3: Rosie Jones, Tom Dunn, and George Ross. And your winner with 44.3% of the vote, Mr. Tom Dunn, the Dundertaker.
Oh, man.
Taking home his 2nd ever Hog Award.
He's going to go out to the ring like Owen Hart with both of them in his hands and just, God.
I love it. He's the first
Everybody
ever
loves Tom
2-time
Dunn.
Hog winner, baby.
Everybody loves Tom Dunn. He is the Michael Jordan of referees.
Again, another category, like how do you go wrong with any of them? And think of the great referees that didn't get nominated too. Like just another tough category.
Yeah,
Like our
JHawk
very
didn't
own
get nominated.
JHawk.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck all you listeners for not voting for JHawk, for crying out loud.
To be completely honest with you, JGold, when the nomination came up, I didn't vote for myself.
Oh, man, I voted for you. I love you, JHawk.
In fairness, I didn't feel like I worked enough places to be eligible. So,
Well, up next is a special award. It comes directly from the man himself, Nathan Zegura.
Nathan Zegura coming to you live here from the Cleveland Browns headquarters in Berea. And I know special awards are being handed out tonight. I don't know if I got an award for beating Jeff Jarrett and the 7'4", 420-pound giant Satnam Singh. And, of course, members Jabroni. No big deal. But I know there's an award for the best announcer, the best podcaster here amongst the crew. And while I have love for all of them, there can be only one. JHawk. That's right, JHawk. Your enthusiasm, your passion, your takes, the fire that you spit is electric. So, JHawk, you are indeed the announcer / podcaster of the year for 2024.
Yay, JHawk!
I would like to thank Nathan Zegura because he's the only one who voted for this award. Greatly appreciated, though, Nathan. Thank you very much.
Oh, look at that, man. That's a good one. Holy shit, JHawk. Recognition from your peers is always lovely. I'm proud of you.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Much more legitimate than last year, in my opinion.
Bullshit. The plaque on my wall says different.
It's fake gold, JGold. It's fake gold. Fool's gold.
And when
All
I get my plaque, I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to put my Hall of Fame plaque from RPW over here.
You
and it'll be
should.
good.
I hope you do.
Dress up
It'll
the
lighten
dungeon,
your
yeah.
background up, brother.
Hell yeah.
It'll lighten that prison cell up. All right, we got 4 more awards to go.
4 more hogs for your face. Let's go.
Up next, Rookie of the Year. And we only had 2 men in this category. We had Shelby Wilder,
Oh boy.
the returning Shelby Wilder, and Aleo Dreams, a rookie out of 880 Wrestling. And with 54.5% of the vote,
This was Ashtabula County voting.
two-time Rookie of the Year,
Oh Lord.
Shelby
2-time.
Redfern Wilder.
Oh my Lord. Oh God. It wouldn't be the same. He has to be in it every year, I think. But yes, amazing.
He will not be eligible next year because he is no longer in the first full year.
He's eligible every year. It's
He
great.
is not eligible every year.
Yes.
We're already going to hear shit from Thorne because we nominated him for 2 years.
You know what?
Now he's going to fucking
These
win
are
2
our
years in a row.
awards. They don't mean anything.
Right.
They're for us and the listeners of the podcast. They're not serious awards.
Fucking fantastic.
If he wants to have serious awards, they can do their own awards and hand out actual awards.
Yep. Fantastic. Mazel tov, Shelby, you fucking crazy bastard. You did it. You did it.
Along with all his run-ins on the Pedro interviews, he might try and get one for that too.
Yeah.
Saying he was a part of that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right. 3 more to go. Up next, Tag Team of the Year. We had 4 competing teams in this one. We had the team of Backs, which consists of Zay Garcia, Big Man Sid with the dick arms, and Vic Vice.
What is with the dick arms? Ugh.
He says he wants to have arms with the Snickers dick vein in them, so I call him Big Man Sid with dick arms. TME, Gannon Jones Jr. and Duke Davis. They currently hold the Enjoy Tag Team titles and the Exodus Pro Tag Team titles.
Big fellas.
And I believe they have another set of tag belts as well, but I don't remember exactly what they are. The Den of Desire, Marco Narciso, Blizzy Blake, and Honey Darling, the current reigning and defending 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And your winners by 38.6% of the vote, Philly Collins and Marino Tenaglia,
Yeah.
PME.
Yes. All right. Body guys now. They're body guys, so they got to, they reinvented themselves, and coming out with Fonzie has been a blessing for them. And ever since they broke free of Matt Cardona's nonsense, good for them. Win the tag belts back and are these are 2 of the best dudes in wrestling. Happy for them. Glad to give them some kind of kudos this year.
Up next, Female Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah.
There was 3 contenders for this award: Tatiana, Jocelyn Navarro, and Katie Arquette. And when I told everybody that this was a razor thin margin, this was within 2 votes. Your winner with 38.6% of the vote, Katie Arquette.
Hey-o. Production
nice.
member. Yep.
I mean, it was very razor thin. So close.
Wow. As much as I love the 2, Jocelyn, and I love Katie, and Tatiana she's a youngster. She'll get back up there, but Katie has made some waves. Yep.
Joss was my vote. I thought she had some really incredible matches this year, and Katie had some really great tag matches. I mean, their match with production against Nomi and
Yep. Bronson
was awesome.
Yep.
And she had some really great matches. So congratulations to Katie.
Yep.
All right, guys. It's the final award of the night. Wrestler of the Year.
Of the year.
Sam Hardway Holloway, WWE ID'd wrestler. And Mikey Montgomery, the IW Guide champion. With 62.5% of the vote, your Wrestler of the Year, the IW Guide Wrestler of the Year, the IW Guide champion, Mikey Montgomery.
Wow. That
Nice.
is a huge, huge upset. Holy moly.
Overwhelmingly, everybody voted for Mikey. He was in the lead the entire time the awards were being voted on. Never
cow.
faltered. He has that support from both Pittsburgh and from Cleveland, and I think that combination just wiped out Big Sam.
Wow. Big Sam was my pick. No offense, Mikey. I love you and all. You got a great talent. I thought no one had a better year than Big Sam, but you know what, Mikey? You deserve it. You've been carrying yourself like a champ. It was a pleasure to have you on here this year, and I'm sure we'll get Big Sam next year and talk that through. But amazing, good stuff for everyone involved in this one. Good stuff.
It's hard to argue with the year Mikey had. I think if we were covering the New York area promotions like ETU a little bit more often this year, that game probably would have taken it then.
Yeah,
but we have such an Ohio, Northeast Ohio, Western Pennsylvania fan base.
Mm-hmm.
That it's hard. That if you're making your name out kind of that area, it's going to be kind of hard to break through for the Eagle Awards anyway.
For sure.
Yep, it is. I get it, and you know what? Both guys well deserving, and that was a lot of fun to see both of them kind of flourish. So listen, can't go wrong with either one. Any of these nominees, they're just fantastic. So
yeah, congratulations to all the winners and all the nominees. And if you didn't win, it's always next year. I mean, I can't believe some people won the same award twice. It's
let's talk. Let's do this though. Let's thank every one of our independent wrestling, all the wrestlers, all the talent, all the backstage guys, all the announcers who've come on this show, all the promoters who are willing to give us time and listen to us blather. You guys made all this fucking happen, and we love independent wrestling, and that's why we do this. And yeah, thanks to everyone involved and all the voters and the listeners who, kept us going this year and this up and down year. But it's been a great year, man. It's good that we finished strong with the awards, and hope everybody enjoyed all the episodes we were able to put out for you this year.
Yeah, we're looking strong for next year. I've got most of the lineups just about set for January, and
Nice.
Going into February, it's going to be real crazy. We got more matches coming next year.
Maybe one day we'll get that Marcus Mathers interview. You never know.
Huge match coming in February for the IW Guide title. I'm so excited for that to be announced, for that to come together for everybody to see. We worked really hard on it. I got a special shout out to Will helping with that. If you didn't like any of our ideas this year, let's blame Will for all those. And JHawk too, because JHawk had some really terrible takes on the Saturday night's main event, talking about the ref cam, throwing a fit about that not being used.
No,
when it was
that
just
was
there
not
for
me throwing a fit about the
laugh.
ref cam.
It was a good gag.
Yeah, I did not do the fit about the webcam, about the ref cam. That was Will. I want that
I think
on
next
record.
time you ref an IW Guide match, you need to strap a GoPro on your head.
Honestly, if we
And
could,
we need to put it up on Patreon.
and honestly, if we could work that out, I would have no issues with that.
Yeah, I'll look into that for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been great. What are we doing? Are we plugging it out, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're done.
All right, JHawk.
Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and for at least another few weeks, TikTok at RefJHawk. And I'm on Blue Sky, refjhawk.bguy.social. January 25th is going to be my actual next booking. So we'll talk about that when we get a little closer to it.
I don't have much going on over the little break here. Keep your eye out on Charly_Butters on Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky, and follow me along on whatever goofiness I get into.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at JGold12. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Check out our Twitter handle, IWGuide1. We also have IW Guide on Blue Sky, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Captain. All right. And on patreon.com/IW Guide. Don't forget about the merch store over at Brainbuster Tees and Gorilla Press Apparel. When you use code IWGP24 at checkout, when you buy 2 or more items, you get $20 off your entire order. Check out our podcast, friends. Hey, new year, next year, we're really going to push hard with the Main Event Wrestling Network. the Wrestling Junkies and On the Mark wrestling podcast. They got a lot of stuff going on. You'll check us all. We'll probably all be on at least once on the Main Event Mixer. We like those guys, and they've integrated us into their marketing and everything else. So, check out those guys. Check out At Odds with Wrestling. The card is going to change. The Super Fantastic Podcast and Marks with Mikes. Check out our other friends, OKCR Creations, the official graphic designer of the Indie Wrestling Guide. Magnum CK's Now That's What I Call Wrestling. Time Capsule Toys, Toy Hio, Rubber City Toys, Big Starks brand, Women's Wrestling Watch of Northeast Ohio, the aforementioned Gorilla Press Apparel. Will, happy holidays, buddy. And Smokin' Jay's Barbecue, the best barbecue in Ohio. What a better way to spend your Christmas time than with some barbecue from Smokin' Jay's Barbecue. That's all I got. A Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year to everyone who has been a part of this show this year. And to my two co-hosts, I love you both. You guys are awesome. And I look forward to the next year.
Oh, yeah, man. As always, life's short. Watch more indie wrestling.
Happy holiday, everybody.
Don't forget to review and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Find us online at Facebook and Instagram at the Indie Wrestling Guide, and on X or Twitter at IWGuide1.